Imagine if your hair shedding or becoming bald actually had a deeper meaning and significance that was meant to guide you towards spiritual evolution. This isn't just about hair, it's about recognizing the cues, the subtle cues that are all around us all the time. Historically speaking, cultures all around the world have seen a very significant connection between the hair and the divine realm. So, your hair can be seen as something that connects you to the divine energies. And your hair can have a deep spiritual and religious significance, and even carry a message for you from your own spirit, guiding you towards your own evolution. A little while back, I actually created a video about the spiritual significance of hair. And within that video, I discussed that the hair follicles on your scalp are actually what will receive and transmit the subtle energies that are all around us all the time. And the hairs that grow out of those follicles are similar to antenna. And so if you have healthy long hair, you can, use that as a way of reading the energy in your environment. But if you are balding or shedding and thinning hair, then that doesn't mean that you are lacking a connection with the divine. So in this video, I want to dive into the spiritual significance of baldness and shedding hair. Before we get into it, hello again. Welcome back to Meaningful Motivations with Tracy Erickson. And of course, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Tracy Erickson. And on my channel, I love to dive deep into spirituality, and I like to pull significant meaning from mundane things in our day-to-day lives in hopes that it can help to advance us along in our soul growth and spiritual development. So if you like that kind of content, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video. And while you're down there, you guys, do not forget to click that like button for me and hype this video, because YouTube is now offering an opportunity to hype any new video that it was posted within the last 7 days. And that is kind of a free way that you can help my channel become discovered by more people just like you. My hair is constantly shedding, and every single time I wash my hair, it seems like it sheds more and more. But this isn't anything really to worry about at all, because shedding is a natural cycle, and you see it in nature all the time. Shedding hair is similar to a release and a letting go so that you can allow new growth to come in. Similar to leaves falling in the autumn, or to a snake shedding its skin so that it can grow. So I like to see shedding hair as a form of release, a release and a letting go of what is no longer serving you. And that makes way for the new growth to come in. So for new opportunities, right? So spiritually speaking, if you find that you have a lot of hair shedding taking place, or if your hair is shedding more than it usually does, or if you have a dream about hair shedding, then that could be a message or a sign from your spirit that some type of purification or release is necessary in your life. Maybe it's time to declutter your environment or to let go of old habits that are just no longer serving you. So the shedding of the hair can just mirror the shedding that takes place naturally in cycles. Now, a shedding of the hair could also be a sign for you that it's time to let go of old thoughts and attitudes, allowing for, a new open-mindedness to come through. So if you notice that you've had more than the usual hair shedding, then it could be a sign to you as well about letting go and letting new growth take place in your life. There are multiple reasons why a person might be bald or balding. And so, of course, there is the hereditary inheritance of baldness, and there is illness that sometimes could lead to baldness. Or there is also some people out there who just make the choice to shave their heads entirely. A bald head can actually symbolize multiple different things. It can symbolize wisdom of age. It can symbolize confidence and security in who you are. But baldness can also, again, signify an illness or even a punishment in some cultures. But in other cultures, it can be a release of one's ego so that you can focus solely on the divine. A bald or balding head associated with old age is a sign of maturity, a higher social status, and wisdom from life experience, which gives you an inner authority. And baldness can also be a sign of confidence and strength. Because if you shave your head bald, it's a sign that you have a confidence about yourself and an inner strength that is shown through this decisive commitment to shave the head. And it's also just a deliberate choice to embrace, your appearance rather than trying to hide the hair loss that might naturally be taking place, therefore leading to a greater confidence in the self. It can also be a sign of a transformation of identity. So if you shave your head, this can signify like letting go of the old you to allow the new you to be fully embraced. Because your hair is so deeply connected to your ego and your sense of identity. So the act of shaving your head can be a whole identity transformation. I think in terms of like when someone is a military recruit and they have to shave their hair off, or people like Britney Spears who go through major life changes and suddenly have this urge to shave their head entirely. In many cases, historically, a shaved head can also symbolize illness that is in this transformation into healing, such as a patient who is undergoing chemotherapy treatment and chooses to shave their head as a way of letting go of the illness and making way for a transformation and healing to take place. And in some cultures, baldness from a shaved head can actually be seen as a punishment because it's like a way to cause shame in the individual. And in some cultures and religions, the shaving of the head is a form of release of vanity and a release of the ego. Basically, a release of the outer self so one can focus solely on the inner self. For instance, in Buddhism, shaving the head is a core part of the ordination process for monks and symbolizes a renunciation of ego, sensuality, and worldly identity. And in Hinduism, shaving the head is practiced as a sign of devotion, penance, or gratitude, and is sometimes seen as a symbol of surrendering one's pride to the divine. Just remember that Hair shedding and balding is not a loss when viewed spiritually. It is actually a vital part of your transformative spiritual journey. So, I would like to know now, it's your turn. What is your hair teaching you today? So feel free to leave me a comment down below with your thoughts on the subject of hair shedding and baldness and the spiritual message that it could be telling you. And if you're still here, don't forget to click that like button. And thank you all so much for being here and spending your time with me. I love you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.